I'm going to show you how to use SAG mills in EnderIO. So basically, how these SAG mills work is you can put an item in here. We're going to use wheat today for the example. And this is actually going to basically extract the wheat into different items. And you can see here it works fairly fast. And here we're getting flour from the wheat and sometimes some seeds. So we do have a simple SAG mill, a SAG mill, and an enhanced SAG mill. If we look in the normal or enhanced, you can see they have an extra button, which is redstone mode. The simple one you cannot use redstone with. The normal and enhanced ones are also upgradable with capacitors. I can put in a double layer capacitor, and the machine will work even faster. Or an octadic will work even faster and faster. For example, going back to our simple one in our example, you can see there's something else missing in here, which is an extra slot over here. We're going to go through that in a minute. They will need powering with power. They don't use a lot of power. You can also go configure IO, where on the top we can say pull to pull items into it. So I could put a chest on here on top, and then it would automatically pull the wheat out from the chest. Or I could push and say, you know, these output items, push them out to the top. Or we can say this side is disabled. And we can left click and drag around here and of course change each side individually if we'd want for our input and output. This button here just enables or disables the being able to view anything around it. If you want to know what that square is underneath, that's where I'm powering it from with a creative capacitor bank. So if I click show recipes, you can see the different things we can do with it. And you'll see that this one here is empty. And I'll explain that shortly. If you go over to wheat, here we go. You can see here, if I hover over the seeds, it says it's a 20% chance. And flour doesn't have any percent chance, and therefore it's a 100% chance. Now, it says here, modified by a grinding ball. So when we're using our wheat, if we go into the normal SAG mill, and I put this in here, again, we do need to put a capacitor in here for it to work. I'm going to put a double layer in here, and you can see how much faster it works with the double layer capacitor in there. Now, we have this extra slot here, and that's for something called a grinding ball. And these are all the different grinding balls we have. Let's say we use Signalum. Can you see it says main output 120%, bonus output 165%, power use 35%. This is changing the percentages of the output we'll get. A neutronium, for instance, in fact, no, let's use a dark steel grinding ball. Main output 135, bonus 200. I can pop this in here, and this is the basically how used it is. So if we get some wheat, what we'll actually see now is that the grinding ball is wearing down, but we're going to get a lot more of our resources because it's giving us 200% bonus output, more power usage, and we're getting a little bit more chance to get extra flour, basically. And that is how grinding balls work. So if you are using the SAG mill to get something quite rare, using a grinding ball could really help with your output. And that, everyone, is how you use the SAG mills in EnderIO. You may notice I have a lot of other stuff set up here. Well, check the playlist you now see on the screen because I am covering the whole of the EnderIO mod. And also check out my Minecraft playlist because I actually do a lot of different Minecraft mod tutorials on this channel.